everyone! It's Elisa from Inaya's Toy Box Crochet, and I'm here to show you what I've been up to. Thank you so much for coming. I really do enjoy showing off my makes, and I love that you come and share that with me. Thanks again. Okay, so what have I been up to? It's been a frustrating crochet week. I mean, you're going to see all that I get done, and you're like, why is it frustrating? It was frustrating. Craft-wise, yeah. Anyways, I have one FO and I'm going to show it to you. It's right here. This is my baby beach girl. Or is it beach baby girl? My own pattern and I don't know the name. I'm looking it up. Baby beach girl. Baby beach girl. This is my baby beach girl pattern. I reworked it up. I changed the hair. The original pattern, the first time I made it, I made exactly the same thing. I used brown skin tone and I changed the hair to have two little round ponytails. But anyways, here it is. It's done. I do like the way it turned out. I was debating whether to put safety eyes, embroider eyes, or, well, I did embroider eyes, but I mean like full eyes, or just do like a smiley eyes. And at the end I decided the smiley eyes was the cutest, and so that's what I went for. And she's done, and I do like the way she turned out. I like how big she is. I think that for a child, which I do intend to give this to, that is nice. I don't like, I mean, it's okay. So I used Premier Basics in the color of Apricot for the skin tone. The dress is Big Twist in Watermelon, and the hair is Premier Basics in Lemon. I wish I had a darker yellow. That's all I gotta say. I didn't have a darker yellow, so this is what I used. Stand up. Thank you. The other two dolls over there are available for sale on my Etsy store, and if you would like the pattern, this one's pattern is up on my Etsy store. This one's pattern, you could buy her, and you could buy her as in the finished dolls, but her pattern is still being tested, so it's not out yet. All right, so those are my FOs, or that is my FO. What was so frustrating about this week? This guy or girl or whatever. Oh my gosh, it's not an FO. It's not finished. What I've been thinking of doing one of those mushroom spirit dolls for a while. I saw an animation of it, a drawing of it, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. I want to design that. And while I was making her, I thought, ooh, the mushroom spirit would look cool with that, design. So I worked up the body, and then I got to this head, and I decided I'm going to do it all in one piece. And I started doing the increase for the mushroom, and basically you could see all the whites. It was like this instead of like this. I am still not satisfied with this. You know how there's so much white showing? I don't like that. I would have preferred it to be more like this. I'm not sharing this pattern. I wrote it down as I was going, but I'm not going to share it because I'm not liking it. Anyways, I tried like 3 different ways to do it in one piece, so that I would just have to, stuff the piece and it'll all work out. It didn't work. I tried 3 different ways. So there was a lot of frogging this week. When I couldn't do that, I decided, okay, I'm going to work from the top down so this is the mushroom hat, and I want to work top down, and then hopefully that will work. And it's better. I mean, this is not as noticeable as before, but it's not like perpendicular like I wanted it to be. It's still a bit, I don't know. I'm not too happy with this. I have the spots of the mushrooms made up. I just need to sew it off and then it'll be finished. I did not sew it on yet because, oops, what's this? Stitch marker came with it. I did not sew it on yet, mostly because I've been frustrated with this doll. But once these are done, once I put in those little dots, it'll be finished. So it's very close to a finished project. but it's not a finished project. It gave me a lot of grief. Yeah, so I worked on this. I also worked on my cardigan. Let me show it to you. I'm happy with this. I mean, I didn't work as much as I probably should have, but I'm still happy. I finished the body. See that? That's where I was the last time you saw it. I finished the body. It is done. Even the trim on this side right here, it's done. All of it is done except for the sleeves. This is how much I got on the sleeve. It's going to be long sleeve, so obviously I didn't get far. I've been stitch markering it everywhere I do the decreases, because even though I'm following the pattern, I just want to make sure my second sleeve, which is not started at all yet, is going to be the same as my first sleeve. So I've been stitch markering every round. So this is the first round of the sleeve, then the first decrease, the second decrease. I still have to work up a third decrease, and yeah, and I'm gonna make it full sleeves. This is a pattern from Katie and the Squid, and she has it as a 3/4 sleeve sweater cardigan, but I plan to make it a full sleeve. So I'm gonna have to just keep going until I get there, and knowing where I put the decreases will make it easier to do this side properly. So that's what I'm doing. I am a little intimidated, but I'm doing it. I do try on the sweater. Like, this isn't a sit down and just go for it type of pattern for me. I am making sure that the decreases fit my body and not necessarily what she designed. I don't think she made up this size. This size of the sweater. I think she made up her size, whatever that is. And then she did her calculations for this size, and that's fine. But everyone's body is different. And I needed to fit my body, and it is a rather snug fitting. Let me see if I could get it on. I don't think I'll pull any stitches because I have a stitch marker. I love it. Look at that. Oh! Maybe I shouldn't have put it on. Okay, it's on already. So that's how it looks like at the moment. I'm not even sure if, yeah. So this is what it looks like at the moment. I am loving it. I'll do a proper one. Let's see, can I stand up? Oh, sorry. This is how it looks. I am loving it. It is beautiful, Cardi. I think I could forgive this stitch for being so finicky because of how it turned out. Maybe I'll make another one. Maybe not. Not anytime soon. The next sweater is not going to be this one. I am using a 5.5 millimeter hook and Tribu yarn. I'm going to take this off because I feel like I'm all twisted. I have a stitch marker marking my space, so I probably did not lose any stitches. But something did go wrong. I felt it. Anyways, I won't try it again until I finish it. Anyways, here it is. I do love it. It is a beautiful, beautiful cardigan, and I can't wait to wear it. And I'm making sure it fits me, the sleeves especially. But that's how it is right now. I hope that you got a kind of good view of it. So I did work on that. This one was until I got to the sleeve. I'm frustrated with this. I need to do some mindless stitching. And I stuck to that one because, you know, the body is just the same thing over and over again. So it's kind of mindless. And then when I got to the sleeves, it's not quite so mindless anymore. I also forgot to show this to you last week, but I picked up, I don't know if you recall, but I picked up some yarn and said I want to work with it. And okay, sorry about that. My phone didn't want to record anymore, but I'm back. Yeah, oh, sorry. I have to keep my head down so that it doesn't reflect on me. I have the light up on a chair so it doesn't reflect, but anyways, it's only letting me record for 6 minutes at a time. Well, we'll have to deal with it. But anyways, I started a project with this yarn, which is Signet. Where is it? I have a whole skein left. Signet Prison in the color Radiant. It's a DK weight yarn. It's not, I think it's more like of a sport weight, but whatever. And I didn't like the way it looked, so I frogged it, and you know, knowing that it was frogged in my bag was bothering me. And so I picked it up 2 weeks ago because I forgot to show it to you last week. And this is the Adalia shawl from Expression Fiber Arts. It is gorgeous. I am close to finish. I have been working on this instead of the mushroom or the sweater. And there it is. Do you see it all? It is huge already, and I'm not finished yet. This does not have any repeats. So this shawl is worked like the instructions are given to from row 1 all the way to the last row. And I am about 10 rows away from being finished. But there it is. It's the Adalia shawl from Expression Fiber Arts. I don't know who exactly was the designer of it. But yeah, this is one of my projects, which I hope to finish in the next couple of days. All right, the last project I have to show you is living in both my Quirky Monday. I didn't show you the bags, right? I'm using a 5.5 millimeter for this one. This is from my Fancy Boy Knits bag, living in my Fancy Boy Knits. It's actually outgrown my Fancy Boy Knits bag. When I fold it up and put it in there, I can't close the zipper. I can't. But anyways, whatever. It's in my Fancy Boy Knits. This also has outgrown my dabbling hook. This also has outgrown my dabbling hook bag, but I still have everything in here for it. And in my Quirky Monday book bag, you don't see this bag very often because it stays in my purse, and I have whatever project I'm working on when I'm traveling in there. So I've been thinking, what should I be making? And I have a bunch of this yarn. I will attempt to say it. Shepia's Katona. It is amongst the oldest yarn I have, meaning I bought it a long time ago. And I've used it. They're all partially used 25 gram skeins like this. Not all of them, but a lot of them are, because I use them in doll making. And in doll making, you don't need a whole skein to make, oh, I'm showing you what I'm making. You don't need a whole skein to make anything, unless, even like the skin tone, you don't use a whole skein of skin tone. Very rarely, unless it's a really big doll, would you use a whole skein of the Shepia's Katona. I don't know if I said it right. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. You don't use that much yarn. So I have one-offs and partial skeins of this yarn, and I'm not making dolls out of this yarn anymore. So I've been thinking, what should I do with it? And I have decided to make a hexie blanket. So I started off, I'm not sure if I'm still using her pattern, the Cinnamon Stitches pattern. I didn't show this again last week. Ooh. Should I turn off? I'm gonna pause until it seems to be going away. The sirens lift. I didn't show it to you last week either because it was in my purse. But I've made this many. 1, 2, so I got 3 out of this color, and I got 4 out of this color. So far 1 out of this color, but I'll probably get a second one. I will get a second one. I doubt I'll get a third one though. So I've been doing this mainly when I'm on the bus or waiting for anything. So it's in I don't work on this at home. So I've decided what I'm gonna do is make a bunch of hexies, and I'm just gonna keep going until I'm done. It's kind of like Carrie Penny, the crafty homemaker, is doing. Like, she's just making a bunch of squares, and then when she's ready, she's attaching them together. I'm just going to keep going until I have whatever I think is enough, and then I'll start putting it together as a blanket. So that's my really, really long-term project. That is, I make 1 hexie if I feel, okay, my bus crocheting is like this. I get on the bus. If I have a seat, I may choose to play a video game on my phone, or I may choose to take this out. It's up to me, whatever mood I'm in, and a lot of the times I choose to play video games on the phone because I'm going to switch buses, and when I switch buses, I know I'm going to be standing because that bus is always packed, and it's awkward to be carrying your crochet because I don't usually get a chance. Like, I sometimes get a chance, but most of the time I'm running for the second bus, and so I have it in my hand and I'm holding onto the bus. It's just awkward. So a lot of the time I do choose not to. It's on the way back that I may get on it, but whatever. I have this. This is a partial skein. I just took it out of my purse because I wanted to take the blue one out, and I kept it out just to show you guys what I'm doing. So this is almost done. I'm on the last round. I'm doing 5 rounds of the hexie, and then I'm cutting it off. And I'm doing small hexies because there's small skeins of yarn. And I'm gonna, right now I'm concentrating on the Shepias, but eventually I'm gonna start adding on the Hobbii 8/4s and the DMC Naturas. My phone is about to turn off again. Anyway, so I'm going to be concentrating on that, and that is what I'm doing right now. And I'm going to shut off my phone and come back again for another 6 minutes. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. There was a space issue on my phone, and everything was fine. I just needed to empty the trash out, and I did that. And now I'm back, and I have it up high, but I keep catching my light on my glasses. Anyways, regardless, that's what I've been up to. I have the shawl, the cardi, this doll, and this guy. So that's what I've been doing this week. I wanted to tell you some good news. I got a job. I got a part-time job. I'm kind of nervous about it. It is perfect for me because it starts at 8:30 till 2, which gives me not plenty, but it gives me time to come back to pick up my son and pick up my daughter from school and spend the afternoon and evening with them. So it works out perfectly for me, and it's going to be a big change in my life because I haven't worked in a long time, not since my daughter was born. But I think it'll be good for me. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm a little nervous too. I'm starting on Monday. I don't know if you've been noticing it, but I have been recording on Thursday, and I haven't been missing any Thursdays since school started, mostly because this is when I'm home alone. My kids are at school, and my husband goes to work on Thursdays, like physically goes to work. Otherwise, he's here with me and he has meetings, and it becomes hard to record when he's home. So I have been recording on Thursdays, but obviously when I start work, I am not going to be recording on Thursdays. I am going to start recording on Saturdays or Sundays. I'll let you know. Next week, I will not have a video. The reason I'm not going to have a video is I'm going upstate. During the weekend, my friend who recently moved to Florida, but she used to live upstate, is coming, and she wants to celebrate her daughter's birthday with my daughter, who they've known each other since preschool. And so we're going to go up there to, celebrate the birthday. And because of that, I am not going to be home. I'm going to be over there, and so I might do some recording, probably not. But it won't be a what I've been up to video if I do record anything. Also, my crochet time has been while the kids are at school. I do a lot of my crocheting while the kids are at school. So chances are I am still going to be crocheting. But chances are I'm going to be showing you less stuff. And my videos are going to get shorter, which could be a good thing. I don't know. But I'll be showing you less stuff as I go. I am not going to try to design or redesign this thing. This guy's, I'm going to finish him probably today or tomorrow. And then that's it. I am not going to design him at all. He's not going to be shared because I don't like him. I really, really wish that it was like this. So I'm not going to be designing for a little bit, not until I get into, a routine and an understanding about work. Yeah. So what else? Yeah, I'm going upstate next week, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. I really am looking forward to seeing them. Like, they used to live here in New York, and they moved upstate and now to Florida a few years ago, so I don't see them very frequently. They came over, I think, May or June, and I went not this past summer, but the summer before that. I went to visit them, and yeah, upstate. The Islamophobia in upstate New York is, oh, it's very present. When I went last time, now don't get me wrong, it hasn't always been like that. I grew up in Montreal, and cross-border shopping was a thing when I was little. I used to go to Plattsburgh all the time. I've been to Lake George. I've been to Lake Champlain. Some of my fondest memories was of Lake George as a child. Came to New York. I didn't like New York so much when I was little because we'd always go visit family and friends, and they'd be boring because I've never met them before, and my parents would be blah 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 blahing, and we'd be just sitting there in the corner not knowing what to do. But traveling through New York is not something I've been doing all my life. I mean, right now I live in New York City, but upstate New York, the Islamophobia is really palatable. I mean, I've suffered Islamophobia here. I've had once somebody yelling at me, "Take it off, take it off," in the streets, and that was very much overt racism. And I've had, walking down a busy street, had someone whisper "terrorist" as they walked by me. But those are far apart. They're not constant stuff that happen. When I went upstate last time, it was like I had a cloak around me of people actively trying not to stare at me. We went to a restaurant in Lake George, which I've been to Lake George many times. Even after I moved here, my husband and I went to Lake George before the kids were born, and we had an amazing time, and we had a lot of fun, and I didn't feel this way then. But we went to a restaurant in Lake George, and they were literally trying to take our plates away as we were eating to get us out of that restaurant. I mean, that was also overt racism, but for the most part, when I'm going to this place where I'm going right now, which is a very rural area, when I was there last, every place I went to, it felt like there was a cloak around me where people are actively trying not to stare at me, and they're all tense, wondering what I'm gonna do, which I don't know, what am I gonna do? I did go about my own way doing what I'm gonna do, and told myself I can't let people like this dictate the way I live my life. I will enjoy what I want to enjoy. I went to the stores. I went to the farmer's market. We went blueberry picking, which was really nice. But that cloak was so uncomfortable. And while I'm looking forward to seeing everybody else, I am so not looking forward to that. Yeah, it's kind of sad because you'd think going on a trip would be a fun thing, and it will be fun once I'm there, but right now all I can think of is I'm gonna have to do that again. Anyways, sorry for leaving this video on a down note. I don't know, I just thought I don't know. Well, anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, even though it was a little weird. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to hear more from me, please subscribe. Bye.